Um, Hi, I hope you're well. I'm well. It's a sunny and hot afternoon here in Kilifi, Mtwapa, Kilifi County. Mtwapa is in Kilifi County. Many people think it's in the Mombasa County, but it's not. And I thought I could talk about mourning because I feel I'm healed a bit. I have lost dear people, the most recent being the pillar of my life, my mother. If you know me, you know I am my mother's girl. I loved my mother and I still love her even in death. And I thought about talking about how people mourn. I don't know how you mourn. And when you lose someone, you're never prepared. I think death is like birth. Nobody prepares you, nobody tells you. You don't choose how it happens or what will happen. You find yourself in it. And I was raised by a single parent. And so my mother was the only parent I knew because my father, who I esteem greatly because of the stories I'm told, died 2 weeks after I was born. So I found my mother and I loved my mother so much. And she raised me up to honestly to heights that I know her efforts did well to me. So she mentored me. She taught me little things, how to pray, how to cook pilau. She once lived in the Costa region. She had learned a few things. So she taught me how to do pilau, how to do these little things that we think are little, but they are much. She taught me how to, trust God because it was not easy being raised up and we were three of us and I was the last born. So she taught me how to trust God and how to do many things in life. She taught me how to study. She loved books. She read most of her life. Even to her death, we had to remove a lot of books on the table. But now, then she goes very quickly. I would say her death was very fast. Very fast in the sense of she started complaining of her leg problem, and by October, from May when the complaints were, all the time, I have a leg problem, leg pain, she had gone. And of course, we were told later that she had a blood clot that went to the lungs. It's a common problem for people that age. She was about 70. So anyway, how do you mourn? How do you mourn? One, I must give a disclaimer that I am spiritual, very spiritual. I mean, one of the things, if you interact with me, you'll notice that I totally cannot live life depending on myself. I have not these big ideas or seven things how to do things. I just have a book called the Bible that I love to read. And one of the things she did is teach me how to read it when I was very young. I consider myself privileged in my generation that I read a lot of it. And as we will be going on, you will see the things I have discovered in scripture that many people don't know, or they think they know, or they're just controversial. They think they're controversial. And we will enjoy that journey, of course. Yeah, with a pinch of grace and salt, yeah. So, how do you mourn? Personally, guess what helped me mourn? Animals. My animals in the shamba. I will go to my farm, and sooner or later I'll be posting a bit of those videos of their short clips or something, and I will actually watch the chicken grow and see how they are transforming and see the goats. And while on the way, I'll be crying loudly in the car alone. By the time I get there, the tears will dry up as I watch and enjoy the progress of my work in the farm. I was brought up in the farm too. My mother had a piece of land and she would keep animals and grow crops. And so I knew the basics of doing some things. And so mourning for me was crying, but not just crying hopelessly, but looking for hope. I will probably say it is good that if you're crying or you're mourning, that you look for a ray of hope, like so that it doesn't overtake you. Not that I'm the best advisor, but at least I've gone through it, so I have the moral standing to probably speak about it. Because even that was 2021 and I lost my mother. 2022 I lost a dear friend who helped me compile my book through an accident, and that hit harder because I was just not finished with mourning my mother. For me, I I thank God for family, I thank God for my husband. But I think with my mother, I told him, I don't think this is a journey that you can really help. You can be there, but I have to go through it. So he will just watch me and I will sleep late into the night, crying and listening to music. I will listen and cry up to 2 a.m. and then wake up and shower and go through the sorrow. But sorrow is frustrating. So, because we all pray, I believe, one way or another, unless you don't believe in God, I will pray and tell God, take away the sorrow. This feeling is not the best feeling I will want. So let me feel your hand on this, and He will take it away. But therapeutically and realistically now, I used to go to my farm and watch my animals. And my soul was restored many times. But I combined many things. It was not the only thing. So I don't know whether you're mourning. Are you mourning? What will you love to do that brings life into your soul? Watching people cook brings life into people's soul. Watching animals, watching natural things happening. That's why most of the videos watched are normally people living in a farm space, growing crops and doing all these things are watched most because they're food for the soul. So besides just, praying and trusting God, maybe go to a farm somewhere and watch cows jump on their feet and goats make their noise and bleat and eat and chicken, just and quietly see whether that is therapeutic, because for me it was very therapeutic. I used to go back home feeling that was life in a bit of an unlively situation. And above all, grace and peace. Have a good one.